All right. This is going to be a replay review for Delta. I believe this is a game that we played last week. We're just going to look at some stuff to see what we need to improve upon to get to champ. So that should be the goal. We're just going to follow your perspective, unless we need to switch over to someone else's. Normally in a 3v3 situation, the person on the outside is going to follow. The only reason being you are always going to grab the boost behind the person taking kickoff. So veer to the left here, grab that full boost. The fact that you went scared me off a little bit. We're still good. I really like this pop. This is good. You get a little bit of a pop. I'm not sure if you were scared by him, but you definitely need to boost a little bit more. It's not like this ball is too far away from you. You have a nice pop on it, but you side flip. You need to get up a little bit higher and then front flip into this. Side flipping is not going to do anything. It's just going to basically pop the ball up just another like inch. If you dodge into it, you're giving it power. It's fine. We're on ball cam here way too long. In a situation like this, we don't know what's happening. All right, you only turn it off, I think, whenever you see the ball coming straight down. If we recognize that we are in a defensive situation, all right, after we land, all right, we're not going to go on a merry goose chase to try to grab some boost and go all the way around the map. If you notice that, I get dunked on this kind of situation, instead of going all the way out here for boost, you're actually going to turn here and go here, 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 and then stay in the play. That way you're relevant. That way if something happens, you can actually do something about it. All right. Slar should have definitely gone up here. I wouldn't say this is a high level play, but you don't want this ball to come down. All right. You have a much easier time putting this ball in than saving it if it's coming straight down like this. So you kind of want to meet it up here. All right. You don't want to wait for it to come down here because you can't push it aside easily. You risk own goaling. So the easiest way to do it is come up here and then hit the ball into the corner. But for you, recognize that there is a threat. Recognize that somebody has already jumped for the ball. So we don't need to be Superman here. Stay on the ground. You're more valuable in this kind of situation now, where if you actually go on the wall and say, go up on the wall, if I hit this, then it's coming towards you and you're facing the wrong way. So you're not going to be the one to touch this next probably. But you want to be in a safe situation and you don't want to commit yourself to the play. So you want to go up onto the wall, all right? Drive up onto the wall and then dodge into this if you need to, all right? If I somehow pop this ball this way, then if you're on the wall, then all you have to do is jump off, land right here, and you're in position. Say the one thing you don't really want to do in this situation is double commit. At the champ realm, you're definitely going to need to be throwing some kind of flip in here. And if we're not going to be throwing a flip in here, we should know from 50s, like, you can't be front flipping like this into the ball. That's how you lose a 50 every time. I purposely lose 50s like this, not like this on this particular one, but on the angled ones where I am over here, like their first kickoff. I'll go up here and I'll purposely side flip into this, like you're doing, where I hit the roof of my car, and that actually pushes the ball this way, all right, which the person who should have gone to boost, which is me, I think I follow for some reason. I do, okay. I should have gone over here, picked up this boost, and then I could have moved up in the play with full boost. But we need to have some kind of flip into this, and we need to have some kind of better contact with the ball because we don't want to be free flipping into this. I'd rather you get up closer and then get the nose of your car right here, all right, You jump up, you hit the nose of your car with it right here, and then you side flip this way or you side flip this way. Only on few occasions, whenever I notice that this guy has gone too low on the ball, do I jump up and I hit it higher, like here, and front flip into it. That causes the ball to go up and then down. We need to have better contact on the ball for kickoffs and 50s. It's fine. Uh, it's kind of a waste of an opportunity here. I like the idea originally, but then you jump. I say, there's no one in your path here. We don't want to commit ourselves to this. Once you realize that Slar has taken it in the air, the other person's jumped, just kind of go through. I didn't necessarily like this position, and I think you recognize that you didn't like this position, so you decided to go for a bump, which is good. That's the right mindset. Don't jump. So you don't jump unless you're a lot closer and you actually have someone to target. Here, it's kind of like a hope and a prayer that you're going to hit this salt meat guy. You burn all your boost and take yourself into the net. It's a good boost path to get back. Pick up a lot of boost. Don't dodge into it. I mean, don't hit it into him. It's one thing that's big, even in the higher ranks here. And say people are going to jump up and dunk you here, so it's either one of two things. You hit it around him. All right. So if he's going to be jumping in front of you, you don't want to be popping it upfield towards net because he's going to dunk you. It's either going to be a chip to the wall or a 50 that you're going to take because you know he's already jumping. So it's the same thing in this kind of situation. You're going to come at it. All right. He's jumping at the ball already. So you're going to stay right behind it. As soon as he touches it, you touch it, and then you flip to the right here. All right. You flip to the right. The ball should land right in front of you, and you can continue with it up this way. We don't want to get dunked. That's a good dunk. It's fine. I say that I don't think we should be jumping here. I say if you wanted to go for it, I think your time window to go for it is 2 seconds ago from this position because you would have already needed to be on the wall. Say right here. You'd be going up the wall now. All right. You'd be going up the wall here instead of going for that boost. And then you're coming out and then you're going. But realistically, you're not scoring from this. So you're just beating this guy. You'd be hitting it over here. You'd be hitting it right here and it'd be coming down here. And then it'd be going middle for someone. But your time window for going for that is way, way down here. A key indicator is he's already there. All right. He is 20 feet in the air and you're still on the ground. So we don't want to go for this. Because that just takes us out of the play. Good recovery path. Taken away back. And that. I think in this situation you have considered yourself second man, but all this loop-de-loops in the midfield actually I think confuses me. So you're turning away, you're going back, and now that just allowed an opportunity for me to jump in. Let's see what I see. All right, he takes it up. Actually, let's go back 1 second, even more. All right. I go for the boost. I see Slar moves up. I'm going to move up a second, and I don't even see you. And you've been second man for a hot second at that point. All right, you're second man to me. Now we're doing loop-de-loops. Now we're doing more loop-de-loops. and you've conceded second man just because you kind of drove yourself out of the play a few times. A way to kind of fix that, let's see. A situation like this, so we're going to have to go to fly again here. A situation like this where you're too close to the play, all right, you're going to kind of do something similar, but instead of going like this and doing a loop-de-loop, what I like to do is if I'm too close to a play, I'm just going to turn this way and I'm going to keep momentum. I'm not going to go to a stop. I'm not going to like speed up, but I'm going to keep like this because this allows me to do one of two things. If something bad happens, I can go this way, all right? And if something good happens, then I can turn this way. All right, this is a way of stalling. This is, I want to say high level, but this is something that we all do, all right? If you're too close to the play and you can't decide whether to go up or down, you need to have the option to be able to go for the play or against the play quickly. So doing these loop-de-loops actually kills your momentum. And if you're in the middle of doing a loop-de-loop this way and you're facing this direction, but something good happens, guess what happens? You now have to make a 360 and go the opposite direction with probably no momentum. So we don't want to do that. So a better situation in this, if something like this happens, turn this way, something good's happening, you're turning this way, you're opening yourself up to the play. If something does happen, all right, you're here. Might be a little close if you're at this situation. But regardless, you're better suited right here than you are back here. Absolutely ripper of a shot there. We don't want to take this boost. We want to take the boost behind the person taking kickoff. And the reason being, I think I've explained this before in a situation. Why did it take me over here? In a situation like this, because if I'm going for kickoff here, all right, if I'm going for kickoff here, I'm going to be wanting to try and win the ball this way, or I want to lose the ball backwards, the way that I described to the person getting boost over here. But that's not the only reason. The only reason is I go for a flip here. My momentum's taking me in this direction. I'm going to try to win this boost. If I lose this boost to the person over here, then I will always have a boost back here to have to be able to pick up and then move up in the play. And say in very low situations, am I going to go up for a kickoff? I'm going to hit it here. I'm going to try to win this boost because that goes against my momentum. All right, my momentum's taking me this way. All right, momentum, if I spin this way, I kill all my momentum, and I'm going to be driving until I pick up this pad. And by that time, it's probably too late. I get over here, this one's gone, and I come over here, and this one's gone. All right. Good attempt. See, I think I'm starting to see a little bit of a pattern here as to, going for the ball here. We're late. All right, this guy's clearly going to beat us, and we're jumping anyway. And that's taking us a little bit out of the play. This one's not detrimental because we actually land close to the wall, and we have a good recovery out of it. But recognizing, hey, like, I can't go for this because he clearly beats me. And I'm wasting a lot of boost going for this as well. So we move up. I don't like that we're burning 60-some boost to be able to get in this position, but it's okay. We burnt 20-some boost to be able to go for a ball that somebody clearly beat us to. So, don't love that. I like that you don't go for this. I don't like that you look to go for this, but I like that you don't go for that. Unless you have a play on the ball here, I think you do get out just quickly. All right, there's no real thought about it in this kind of situation. All right, you turn here because if Salt Meat does continue taking this ball, you can turn on that. All right, that's 100%. You can do that. Great. As soon as this Kevbot hits the ball, you don't have any real way of turning on this and making a better play than your teammates behind you. So you get out, you get back into a position where you collect boost and you support your teammates who have a much better path to be able to get to this. Once again, I like that you don't go for it. I just don't like that you stuck around so much, because now instead of going back, being supportive, getting boost, you're now really in the play with very low boost. So you might be too close to the play, was what I mean. A lot of this stuff's hypothetical. All right, we're going to talk about it, and sometimes the bad things work. But if we're talking about consistency, we don't want these bad things to happen. All right, situation like this, Slar just slightly won the kickoff. That meant that it goes to Saltmeat. Slar is not able to meet him on the wall. I was the one following, and I went. No, I took kickoff actually. I took kickoff. I slightly won it to the left, and then I got kickoff or the boost off to the right, and Slar chased it, but he's not able to get it. This means you are last man back. All right. This means you are alone for a second. That means it's probably not best to stay on the ground here. In any kind of situation where you're going to be potentially at a height advantage, you want to use the backboard as much as possible, because you can always jump down. It's harder to go up than it is down. In a situation, as soon as he pops this, I'd be going up here, and I'd be going right here. Right where Slar was going to be. And then Slar should have just stuck in right here. I mean, the fact that he got back and he hustled to get that ball is good. But in a situation like that, you almost always want to play it because you're last there. And we just walk it in. But in that situation, like, you didn't really do anything. So your teammates basically had to bail you out of a situation. Even if you did get this fast aerial up here, I don't think you're getting it because it was actually too high. All right. See this kickoff. You recognize that they're not going. You got to do something a little more with this. Usually in a situation like this, you're keeping a good eye on Saltmeat, but you're also keeping an eye on these other two guys too to see what they do. If somebody's going behind him, you want to be aware of the possibility that he's going to try to lose it behind him. So you don't want to do that. So you just approach the ball differently. That's why you have these set playoffs or kickoffs, so that you have an idea as to like what you're trying to do with the ball, and then what they're trying to do with the ball, because then you know where your teammates are, and you're able to try to like 50 this in such a way that your teammates should get it. But in a situation like this, flipping actually really helps with this too, because you're not burning all your boost. You're not getting all your momentum off of boost. So you're getting some momentum from a flip, which means you save it. By the time, like right here, when you realize he's not going, then you can actually slow down a little bit. All right. You should have like 20, 30 boost to be able to do something with this. And then you're able to tap it to yourself, get a flick on, do something. Or a more clever move in this kind of situation is just go around the ball, go for a demo for the person who is just like, oh crap, my teammate didn't go for the ball. And you demo him, and the person behind you who's following puts a shot on. So far, so good. I don't mind going all the way back here. As soon as this happens, for me personally, I'd be turning up field. I'd be picking up these pads. I think realistically, you'd be going here, here, kind of here. you can't do anything, so you'd stay like right here. You'd move back this way. You know, it's going to play out the same way, but at least it gives you an opportunity. So if the ball does come in front of net, or you're an option. You're supporting your teammate. Let's see. We go all the way back, which, like I said, it's not bad. It's fine. But you're being very defensive when you don't need to be. And that could be like a comfortability with boost, because if you don't have boost, you can't step up on the play. And even times like I feel awkward when I have 30 boost in the offensive zone, because 30 boost doesn't really give me that much control. But it's better than the alternative. The alternative meaning if the ball goes in front of net and no one's there to score it, we're not going to score the goal. Probably your ball to go for here. We probably just go too fast to this. I would say since this is rolling up here, I'd be hitting my brakes. Slar should be to your right. Your second man here, which this position here is fine. It's just you're going too close. And now the ball's over your head. I mean, you could still technically go for this because you do end up going to a stop. But recognizing what your opponent options are, like he's coming at this ball with speed. I don't think there's going to be any situation where he gets this over me, so it has to be up in the air and has to be hard. So in a situation like this, you're predicting what he's doing. So instead of kind of continuing with the play, all right, we're moving up. We recognize that he's going for the ball here. We kind of stop, and now we go up for the ball because what's his other options? I mean, he could hit it over here. Well, we stop right here, and then we go over here, and we able to get the ball. But he hits this ball straight up in the air. Now we have an option to go up and get it. And we actually give ourselves an angle because we're not straight underneath the ball. It's much harder to play the ball when you're completely under it. We don't want to. We don't want to do that either. I say if he hits it over you like this, all right, you probably best if you just get out. All right, let's move it back. I say if Slar misses, which is fine, he pops this over. Take a wider approach. You don't. He's not scoring from the corner right here. All right. Take a wider approach here, and if you take a wider approach and you pick up this boost and you go like right over here, you're going to see that I'm here, and you're going to go around me. All right. You never really want to follow the play strictly under the ball, especially in this situation. Because what's the alternative here? You're going to hit this hard against the backboard, and it's going to come center for the other team. It's fine. Don't like that. Once again, we're taking ourselves out of the play for boost. We have 20. We have 30. We can continue moving up in the play. You just saw that I flicked the ball. All right, so we're going to be going here. We're going to be going here. We're going to be at 40. Something happens. We're going to be at 50. We're stating right here just in case he hits this right at you. He doesn't. Oh, well, we move away. But it's the fact that we were there and we would have had 50 some boost. We would have been okay. But going all the way over here just to come down this way with 100 boost, not the most optimal. And that's usually what we talk about, optimal plays. A lot of these plays work, but they're not optimal. Good? I think I'd prefer you to flip on this one. Side flip. Flip to the left. That puts you in a good position to follow this up. Because if you flip into this, you're giving it more power, which shoots it here and then goes up this way. But flipping to the left also allows you to flip and then land onto the wall with momentum to chase this. So we don't want to just tap it, because I think what you're trying to do is the same thing, where you're trying to like hit it without flipping. That way you land faster and you're able to follow it. But hitting the ball when the ball's coming directly at you is going to kill all your momentum. So you're not really going to be able to follow. So here, boom, kills your momentum, pushes your car up. You land weird. Now you have to chase the ball. You also might have been trying to not have the ball shoot straight back out. But I don't think that should have been an option here because you're shooting it into the corner. The corner is going to redirect it this way. If you're going to hit it right here, anywhere from starting here to here, it's going to hit the ball here and then go this way. So there really shouldn't be a worry about coming straight back out. Even if you hit the ball here, it's still going this way. The only thing you don't want to do is hit the ball right here, and then it comes straight back out this way. We don't want that. It's fine. Don't know if I want ball cam off here. You take ball cam off to look to see where the third man is, which you did, and then put ball cam back on. I don't like that you take an extra second to flip, because if I do have a nice clear on this, I want you to be able to have a jump start to be able to go upfield with this, because you have 87 boost. We can do more with this. It's one of those mechanical things where I'm not sure you could really if you're not really even in control of your car in this kind of situation, because you take off fine. Right? I don't love the double jump because I don't think this is a fast aerial. I think this is just a double jump. You hit A twice and then you kind of like boost, but you don't lift your car up. So in a situation like this, you basically just want to get it to their corner, but that means that you need to hit the ball right here. And it kind of just seemed like when you took off, you squared up with the ball and you came up and you hit it directly where the ball is, which is good for whenever you're learning aerials. But you also have to recognize, where the ball is going to be and then where your car is going to be. So you don't want to hit it right here. You actually want to aim for a little bit over here. And that can happen with air roll too. If you air roll your car and then hit the ball right here, it can go over that way too. But we don't want we almost never want to hit the ball against the sidewall and have it come straight back out, because normally our teammates are not going to be as close to us to be able to pick that up. Normally the opposition is going to be able to be close enough to be able to have a clear or a strong clear from a situation like that. Work on that recovery. So we want to land facing down. Happens, it's fine. Still want to pick up that boost pad, all these boost pads we're missing here. So we can pick up that one to our right. We can pick up the one right there. We can pick up the one off to your left, and we can be back with 30 boost, because if something happens, and somebody's right in front of that net, just because you pick up full boost there doesn't mean anything. And say in a situation like this, he could have scored if he had a stronger shot. He's shooting right here. I miss. He had a stronger shot. I'm pretty sure I had this covered. My memory serves me correctly. But it's the difference between getting scored on and not getting scored on. Yeah, I had the entire net here covered. So this was going wide. But if this is your other teammates and, it wasn't covered, a better shot was going to be on, and we're not there to protect it. It's another one where we don't really want to get dunked. We have to dodge into that. So in a situation like this, I understand we want to make a play, but salt meat's right in front of you, so kind of dodge into this one. Roll with it so that you stay behind it. Because if you stay on the ground and you don't flip either, you could this could go over your car and go straight into the net. That's happened to me a lot. A little bit of a hesitation there. So you have a lot of boost. It's in the air and you're uncomfortable. As soon as it bounces, you can go for it. All right. So it's coming down. It's coming down. As soon as it bounces, I wouldn't even really consider going up for this as an aerial kind of thing. I mean, I am, but realistically, I'm waiting for this bounce. I'm going to get underneath it. I'm going to fast aerial it, and I'm going to try to hit this ball up higher with the roof of my car. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to bounce on it. I'm going to pop it up, which is going to make it go this way. And then I'm going to continue landing on the wall. I'm going to ride up the wall, and that's going to give me a clear shot here. Can't wait on that. Hesitation is going to kill you in 3v3. I think he saves this. He does. Go quicker to this. Any kind of situation like this, you just want to bang it off the ceiling. All right, go quick, and then just slam it off the ceiling because it's really hard for them to be able to defend. So go up here and bam, and then just drive down. We don't want to cut on that. I like the idea of cutting on it, but keep ball cam on. You did keep ball cam on. We just hesitate a little bit. I don't know. I didn't like it. I like the idea that you had to be able to cut down on him if he's taking it slow. Maybe that's just your camera movement following the ball. I don't know. Just seemed very slow. And you move in, it's not detrimental, but you're following it like this. I don't like that. All right. It's the same thing as before where you don't want to follow underneath the ball. All right. Coming back here, you see that I'm behind you. I'm third man. This is going to be my ball. I have a clear shot on this. Anything else is just going to be interfering. And you're not going to have any clear touch. Because what happens if you do hit this ball? It's going to go here. It's going to bounce right back out. And Papa Cap is going to be right there for it. So we don't want to do that. Something a little more advanced probably too. I don't want you taking this full boost. Just in case, because we're on a quick counter there. If one of our teammates needs to come back and we're pushing up on the play, they need 100 boost, probably better if we do take it. The only time I want you to steal this boost is if one of the other team is actively looking to get that boost. So we're denying them that boost. But at this situation, we might just be denying our teammates boost. I don't like this rotation here. Slars shouldn't be this close, but it's okay still. We're still fine. Like, I don't mind his boost there, but you need to be closer. In a diamond formation, you should be somewhere like right here. All right. I've seen a lot of people go here, which is fine. Me personally, I like to be right here because I'm, as second man, I'm not going to go for anything beyond this post. Okay, anything here, no. So that would be Slars. Anything back here will be Slars. All right. The only thing you need to worry about as second man supporting me is going to be anything from here to here, this little box. Anything that goes over there, you get. Anything that's in this right here will be your ball. Right here, sorry. Okay? Anything right here, yours to go for. Anything behind you, Slar's ball to go for. He's just going to go rotate behind. He's going to catch it, and he's going to do something with it. But you need to be able to be there for your teammate if the ball does come middle and no one's there. Now we're just chasing the ball. If we were in a better position, we would have shot it. I don't mind the slow play because somebody just did just get demoed there. But in 3v3, like I said, there's a time and place for slow playing. Kind of better to just kind of speed this one up. Trying to find where I was. So I'm here. I get a demo. I rotate back. I guess I could watch it from my perspective. All right. Get the demo. Go all the way back. Since you're in front of me here and you're still middle, you're not like in the third man position. If you had gone behind Slar here, I would have moved in as second man. Since you kind of dilly dallied a little bit in between like what second man and third man should be, I move over here as third man. Be decisive with your rotations, and your teammates will be able to really read you. Let's see. Oop. A hard time trying to stay on you. So we go here, we rotate back because now technically you're third man. I like that you don't chase this ball. Instead, you're going to a position where you know the ball's going to be. And this is kind of what I was preaching on earlier. Is like you don't follow the play, you don't react to the play, you anticipate. And that's what makes you faster. That's perfect. You miss the boost, you go back for the boost, you miss the boost. We're hesitating going up here. All right. Right here, you go. You jump, you fast arrow, you go up. If you don't go up, they are. And that's a goal. Say we have, let's time it here. All right, 24. So we had a solid second. All right, a second in Rocket League is actually a really long time to make a decision on going. I don't mind this. I don't like you cutting in on this though. So if we go, we go. I don't know. This one's a little ticky-tacky here. Let me put it this way. I wouldn't have minded if you went here if you jumped for this ball. The fact you just stayed on the ground, you didn't do anything, kind of, yeah, that's the thing that kind of irritated. Because if you did actually go here, all right, so you moved off, you jumped. I mean, I don't think I'm moving up anyway, but as a teammate, I would expect you to be able to jump up and try to get that quicker. Recognize the play. Really good placement. Because in a situation like this, you're trying to do what's best for your teammate, or like try to make it easier for your teammate, and you don't really want him to be a sitting duck in the net. So instead of allowing them to have free shots here, we want to go up here, and even if you don't touch this ball, you have 9 boost. All right, even if you don't touch this ball, you going up makes this salt meat guy think differently, and you might be saying, Papa Cap could get another touch on this. I want to stay on the ground in case he gets that. Might be a little bit of experience here, but he hits this and he dodges into it. He's not going to get any other touches. Like, that's it. So this ball is now out of my mind from Papa Cap down to Salt Meat. And you kind of have to go on this. I think if you do go on this and you jump rather than boosting or wasting your boost here and then jumping, I think you're getting this. But yeah, it's one of those like free shots on net. Let's see if I put it hard enough, far enough away from the defender that he won't be able to save it. Not sure if you meant to dodge into that or not. I didn't see an extra jump there. So might be trying one of those RLCS wave dash ones where you don't jump into the ball and you land and you're able to wave dash. Don't know. But I do know that we had a pretty bad kickoff. And then we're going to go all the way over here for boost. In a situation like this, and I think we've had it before in this game, where we have the ball moving into our defensive half here, all right? and it doesn't look like we're going to be in a great position, we don't want to go on a merry chase over here. We want to be like, okay, my team needs me. I need to go here, 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 and now I'm back in case something happens, and I'm here. Good, good. So I actually liked your flip. I was seeing if that was going to be a different kind of flip I wanted to use here, but I liked your flip. I don't like you turning down after this. I kind of wanted you to land normally because the way that you landed down, you killed all your momentum and you're not able to really chase the ball after this. Like the bump. I think I would ball cam on just a second sooner. As soon as you get this bump, turn it back on here. That'll determine what you're doing next. I say you chose right, but you know what happens if in a situation like this where you get the bump, all right, and whoever's back is going to boom this. Yeah, you don't have much boost, but the ball might be coming right at you, or in a situation where you're able to pick up that boost pad in front of you and then redirect it. Do something. It's just you giving yourself more options because you have more information. But we choose to go back, which is fine. Demoed, which is fine. It's fine. Uh, I think realistically, I liked what you did here. I was actually popping this for you to be able to do something with. So if you stayed on the wall, you could just dodge off the wall and hit the ball. Um, you played it a little safer, which is fine. I like that. You popped it away from him rather than goes directly at him. Fortunate that that happened. We're burning a lot of boost here to get back when we really should be flipping. Flipping saves boost so that you're not in a situation to try to make a save with 20. Okay? I say in a situation like this, all right, you're at 80, you get booped over here at 60. Now you're spending your remaining boost chasing the play, not picking up boost, getting back in the play. You know, when a simple flip would have probably saved you 40 or 50 boost here. Kind of decide what we want to do here. We do need to pick up boost. That is 100%. But we're kind of just walking around here after we make this play, not doing anything, picking up boost. I say I don't think we need to be preparing for a hit into our corner off to the right. Instead, I would be down here. If I'm landing right here, I'm picking up these pads. Like this little ring right here is a lifesaver. All right. Anytime situation where you need to pick up boost in your defensive half, right here. All right. You can cut in, you can grab this one then too. But pick up some kind of boost so that you're able to be an asset if the ball comes to you. So we pick up like nothing. That's why we don't have an option to go on this ball. It's fine. It happens. It's good positioning. That was good poise too. The fact that you didn't go there, you actually had a good clear everything. That was good. Another one of these situations where we're just too far back as or second man. Say, I just took kickoff, so I'm going to go over to the left boost here. Slar's pushing up. And in this kind of situation, you are second man. All right. I'm not going to magically go from second man over to third man. Since I'm already here, I'm just going to assume that you are going to move up into second man. You move up into second man, so in case something does happen, you're there. But we're too far away here at this kind of situation to be able to do anything with it. Slar gets out. He should turn earlier than this. Not that it's going to come to him, but he should have turned already here kind of a little bit sideways to see what kind of happens. If the ball pops over towards him, then he's able to get it. Otherwise, it's going to be you. It's fine. Don't like that. I think this is the third time this game that you did this. Say this is, I don't trust my teammate is going to make this save. But instead of the game ending on his mistake, letting the ball in, it's now ending on your mistake because you did something wrong. And say, if you have a teammate back here, and I think all 3 times you did have a teammate who was back, all right, you need to intercept this ball right now. Otherwise, you don't touch it. Like if you're close enough to be able to dodge into him and stop him from popping this ball, great. Otherwise, you're going back, you're supporting Slar behind him. If for any reason the ball comes up here and Slar gets 50'd and the ball drops right here, that's whenever you swoop in and be Superman. You save it this way. All right. You don't jump up now and try to make that save. But yeah, there's a lot in there. Like I said before, it's shooting and aerials are going to be your biggest one. If I'm going to list off your number 3 thing you need to work on, is going to be positioning. I don't really like your second man positioning. I think a few of your other defensive and offensive positionings are off. Let's see. There's going to be some small mechanical stuff that I think we talked about, like how to flip into stuff, how to take 50s, how to move around the pitch. If you have more boost, you have more options. So if you want more options to be able to do stuff, you have to have boost for it. So that's another big one. But yeah, I mean that's ultimately what you're going to need. Champs are consistent with a lot of this. They're not great, but they're able to do it. So if we're looking to get champ, that's what we need to focus on. All right. Any questions, just message me here. I'll probably send you a text to let you know this is uploaded, but yeah, we'll play again and we'll take another look here and see how we improved. Cool.